Hey, we're two fat guys still.
Yeah, that hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed. We didn't slim down in the past minute.
Two svelte guys, and we're seeing Avengers tomorrow.
Fucking, we're seeing a lot of awesome movies.
We're seeing a lot of movies tomorrow.
This is what started all. Just the fact that this thing exists is what sort of spurred the idea.
None of this would have happened.
So just product placement for $40 at AMC, see your local theaters. We get tickets to see Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, fucking Thor, Captain America, and the Avengers. And fucking yeah.
Yeah, I could not be more excited, especially after this marathon. I think it did its job of getting me excited and setting my expectations.
Now, before we bought the tickets and before I became wholly sold on this idea, I was a little against it at first. So my thing was like, we have them all on DVD and Blu-ray. We could just do it here, have cheaper food.
A big cookie that looks like Captain America's shield.
Yeah, fucking that's my biggest regret in this is not getting a.
You can still get that. Keep it in the car.
It's not cheap now.
I'm saying you could do it.
I've eaten car cookie before, Sam. Let's just not go down this road. But man, after getting tickets, totally worth it. First time seeing 6 movies in theaters in a day.
Yeah, I can't think of any time that I would have done that.
Previous record's 4, so I'm looking to.
I know I've done 3. I don't think I've done 4.
I do like making a jump up too, not pushing it to 5, which I almost did a couple times, but I just couldn't find a good mix of 5 movies.
Yeah.
This I found a great mix of 6 movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm totally sold on the idea. I think if you get a chance to go out and see, they're supposed to open up extra theaters. No, ours did.
Yeah.
They said they're gonna if once the first one sells out, they're gonna open up a second theater and take that up for the day because why not? So yeah, if you get a chance, fucking.
Though unless you watch this within our first 12 hours of posting it, it's probably too late.
It's too late. Yeah, in 12 hours and right now.
12 hours and 18 minutes.
We will be starting the opening credits to Iron Man will be on in our faces.
Oh,
you're gonna have trailers? Are they gonna have trailers on those?
Probably not those.
I bet you'll still have commercials for myself. Hey, drink Coke. Did you know that there's expensive food outside? I did not know this.
Pro tip.
Is this new? Do they just add food to theaters?
Oh, and it's expensive. Must be great.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, man, fucking Avengers. I could not be more.
I'm done with work for the week. Fucking as soon as I got off work today, I was like, I got rehearsal tonight, and then I got
this. We're gonna watch Avengers probably 2 times after that midnight show.
Probably. By the way, just to do this on video because everyone needs to know this. Kaylee and Steve asked if we wanted to go to the drive-in Friday night and see it.
I saw that, but I don't know how I feel about drive-ins.
I don't know how because we're not all gonna fit in one car.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, I don't want to watch a drive-in from the back seat.
I mean, I've watched drive from the back seat before. It's not that bad, but I'm not all about one car, so probably not. Kaylee and Steve who aren't watching this. We'll see. We'll text you. I'm supposed to text you tonight.
Yeah, me too. I forgot. I left my phone at my house during work. So.
I was too busy marveling at my face.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, at the very least, I am 100% sure that we're going to see it before noon again. We will have seen part of it before noon because I imagine just check AMC when we're leaving. Like, okay, what's the first show tomorrow?
See you then.
Good day. I would look forward to seeing it in not 3D.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Which maybe it's amazing. Maybe it's really well done. Just. With the exception of Tron Legacy, I've never felt like a good thing I saw that in 3D.
Harold and Kumar 3. But
we also made the point that might be even better in 2D.
But when you saw it the first time, you were like, okay, this is great that this is in 3D.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tron Legacy did that the best. It won 3D.
Yeah, 3D's over. It's over, man.
Oh, I wish it was that easy. It's over. Oh, they're like, oh, really? Oh, well, all right.
I've seen a hipster dude stand outside the theater and say, this is over. Doing this was a crazy idea.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a more like sort of at peace wrap up when we're a little further removed from it, and once the Avengers is included in the
because we're technically still 6 away from the end of this madness.
Yeah, but just doing this at home, I'm glad we said because we were sort of at a point like I don't know, that sounds like a terrible use of my April. And. At times it was. At times it was an awful use.
Oh, yeah. Remember that day we had Captain America 2, Death Too Soon, followed by Ghost Rider, followed by Captain America from 1990. That was probably the roughest day.
I don't like to think of that day. The first day might have been that bad, except we had just started, so it didn't seem that way.
That it ended with the Fantastic Four, 94
Yeah,
one,
that's four. That was four of them. I mean, one of them was the Thing cartoon show, so okay, that was solid.
Yeah.
But that was a late night.
Yeah.
No sleep.
I'm glad we did this for Blade, at the very least.
Yeah, very least Blade. Refreshed me on some old movies I enjoyed. Dolph Lundgren Punisher. I'm glad I just know about that. Because when it was first on listen, like, this is a joke, right? This isn't it. They didn't actually make a Dolph Lundgren Punisher in the 80s.
And oh man, they did. They all the way did.
Yeah, I'm just alright with it. It's a very 80s movie because in that 80s time, that's when the comics started getting extreme. That was sort of the Dark Knight Returns time, the gritty Wolverine killing time. So it was very much a movie from that age. So it makes sense in hindsight. One of the things I want to talk about just in this little pre-ending wrap-up video is we have spent the last 2-3 weeks,
something like that. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Just tearing apart comic book movies and saying how awful they are. Even the good ones, which were like, hey, it's good, surprise.
Yeah.
But it's not because we don't. It's not because we don't like them. We love them.
Yes.
Comic books are the best. And
with the exception of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., I enjoyed myself thoroughly throughout this entire process.
And what I'm really looking forward to, the last day of the marathon, is going to be the best because that's the bar. That's how you do comic book movies. Like, talk about, the Batman Dark Knight, which we'll talk about more when we do the DC marathon. They're good. They're good movies, but I still think all the Avengers movies,
the Marvel Studios,
are better comic book movies. Whereas the Dark Knight is better movies, these are better comic book movies. Like, while there is still a shocking amount of humor in the realistic versions of Batman, this is a better mix. This is more accurate to the experience of reading a comic. Like, coming out of these movies, especially doing it in this day, I think it's going to remind me of, like, man, I remember sitting down and reading, like, all of Civil War in, like, a week. When I would just devour it, read all the side issues, and just get a huge comic arc, and just the intense action, and the hilarious moments, and the good character development, and they do it right. They set the bar high with the good new movies, and it's that feeling Avengers is going to creep it up even higher.
Yeah, I mean, these movies are really it's going to be kind of the new standard for comic book movies.
Mm-hmm.
I think Avengers is really going to set a tone going forward that's going to make everything else step up their game.
Avengers and Amazing Spider-Man. Avengers and Amazing Spider-Man. We're going to do videos for Amazing Spider-Man? Like a bonus round.
Probably.
Double secret after the credits scene.
We'll watch all of the series, Spider-Man series.
No.
All of them.
Nope.
All 20 of them.
Nope. We will play Ultimate Alliance and
have
Team Spider-Man in our party.
Yeah, we never got to do that this time.
Oh man, we should play the first one.
Yeah. I agree.
You should all play Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's
great.
It's that.
So with Avengers, I know someone's going to die.
I could see that. I'm not 100% convinced.
Here's my thing, and this is total speculation. I have not read any spoilers online. I've not done anything. This is my pre-Avengers wild guesstimating.
I think you need more arm flailing.
I know. Well, no, they didn't see it. It was over here. Yeah, someone's gonna die. This is a Joss Whedon picture.
Before you get into your bets, I just want to say, this sort of hit me right now. I will put good money that Eric Selvig will die.
I don't think people will care about that, though.
Well, I didn't say he's the only one who's
That's fair. No, yeah, all right, I can see him
dying. I could see him be sort of the dying early in the movie, like he's Loki's puppet, and then once Loki gets here...
Once he's done with him, he's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, and that way people are like, oh, shit, that's a character that we've seen in 2 movies, and he just died.
Yeah, that I could see. I mean, we know they're not going to kill Iron Man. They're not going to kill Thor. They're not going to kill... they could kill Hulk. I don't think they're going to.
No, they would. I think they can make it seem like Hulk's dead.
Yeah. Or like Bruce Banner's dead, and then all of a sudden his eyes open up and they're green. And
he like his crushed body or something under the giant metal spider, and then all of a sudden he just hulks out and throws it off
from Wild Wild West.
Yep.
All right.
That's how you end the superhero movies. Just ask Kevin Smith.
I don't think they would kill Black Widow or Hawkeye. Black Widow, because she's the only girl. Like, they can't kill her.
They're not going to kill Pretty Lady. That's what nerds want.
Yeah, and Hawkeye, I don't, again, like, kind of like Eric Selvig, like, people don't care about him enough yet.
I don't think I'm going to. And not anything against him, not against the actor. It's just
no. I love the actor. I even like the character, but
I actually don't even care about the character.
Look at everyone else who's around him. Like
I enjoyed his one scene, so I'm sure Joss Whedon could make me like Hitler.
Absolutely.
Like Hitler's going to be tap dancing on the graves of my grandparents. And I'm going to be like, yeah, that guy is the best.
Thanks for that one Joss Whedon story he wrote.
Yeah. So I could see him making me like Hawkeye, but right now I'm just meh. Like, okay, I can see why the studio bought the rights to that character. A good thing you had one you could throw in.
Yeah, and then like Maria Hill, that deal is way too new to kill in a meaningful way.
Yeah, plus I'm pretty sure she's signed off for multiple movies.
Joss Whedon will kill people, but he'll make you hate it. Like he does it very powerful stuff, and which is why I'm worried. My two biggest fears are Nick Fury and Agent Coulson. Agent Coulson because he's my favorite. He might be my favorite character going into this, especially after funny thing happened on the way to Thor's hammer.
That's solid.
Like, I also have this gun. Yeah, he's fantastic, and Clark Gregg and is just a huge nerd, and like I would feel bad for him if he died because he is like living the nerd dream right now.
See, I would not bet behind. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not ruling it out. I wouldn't say that's very likely, just because. It seems kind of a cheap death that doesn't really have a lot of impact on the story. Like, okay, well, this agent who they have like 4 other agents who are master assassins. They have people with superpowers. He already got the team together. It doesn't seem like it would have as much story impact. Plus, I have a feeling that Joss Whedon is just going to be a fanboy about it. Like, he's a good writer and he wants to tell a good story, but at a certain point, he's just going to be a fanboy and like, I love this character. You're staying around forever.
Yeah, I mean, he specifically brought him. Like, it's not like Clark Gregg had a multi-movie deal. Like,
yeah, he's like,
Joss Whedon showed up to Comic-Con and was like, hey, we're writing Coulson, and Clark Gregg's like, fucking, okay, great, perfect. It brings us to Nick Fury.
I can see Nick Fury dying. He's I would say, the most likely out of the main characters.
Yeah.
Not kind of like Selvig and Corollary, people like that. I would say Nick Fury is the most likely. And honestly, I'm just going off of trailer spoils, which I hate, but I think like the big final fight scene when they're in like the city and they're all like circling up for like, okay, we're gonna stand together and stand strong. Nick Fury is not there.
Yeah,
like Maria Hill isn't either, so it's not.
Yeah, granted, they could be on the helicarrier. There's other places.
I'm not saying that is like in stone, but that is an indicator. Like I said, since Maria Hill's not there, it's very easy that those two are off somewhere else. But it also is very easy that they're dead. Well, he's dead.
I can see him dying about halfway through, or like towards the end of the second act, and it being the thing that.
Yeah, that's the downer.
Yeah, because I mean, he's involved in recruiting all these heroes, and it could be like, oh shit, we did not come together like he wanted us to, and now he's dead because of it. We fucked up, and yeah. So
I can see that his death being followed by a Robert Downey speech. We might be able to save the world. You bet your ass we're going to avenge it.
Yeah.
Like, I can see because it's in sort of the helicarrier control room. I can see that being after sort of Nick Fury's military funeral.
Yeah, we got, because we have Loki talking to Tony Stark when he could be talking to Fury.
Yeah.
And, like, even though they talked about doing a
Nick Fury
movie, because, Samuel Jackson signed, like, a 9-movie deal after Iron Man.
He might be a little old for it. Just to do the pure action, because I think, well, at least in my mind, because the best way.
It's Samuel Jackson, fool.
I know, but he's secretly like 407.
Yeah, so is Bruce Willis.
That's true.
He's going to be in like 9 action movies this summer.
Yeah, but see, okay,
like at least 3. Bruce Willis is coming out with at least 3 big action movies this summer.
Bruce Willis is just gonna come in the middle of the Avengers. Like, it's just Bruce Willis, not a character. He's gonna punch Loki in the face.
Yeah, and he wins. He wins the day.
That's the end.
They cut it from the trailer. It's actually like, I have an army. We have Bruce Willis. Like, and then Loki backs down.
You can listen to a voiceover. It's like a poor Robert Downey Jr. voiceover going, a Hulk. We have a Hulk.
His mouth says Bruce Willis. No one's caught it so far.
It's pretty good. Get on it, internet. It's true.
Yeah, so I'm worried about Nick Fury. But because it's Joss Whedon, I know that it's going to be good regardless. And like, he's not just going to go, you're dead.
Well, I don't just like it. I really enjoy the character Nick Fury. I think you've done a lot with him, especially because I don't think the comics ever get into my favorite stuff with him, where he's leading secret wars and running like 12 like hidden armies. Like I love in Secret Invasion when like everyone's a Skrull. And then the Avengers and Young Runaways come. They're on like an adventure in time, and they show up from the past. Like, what the hell's going on? Nick Fury's like, "You're working for me. You're the ones I know aren't aliens." And like, they're not going to get a chance to do shit like that. Which is my favorite stuff with Nick Fury. So at this point, they might be done with him as far as movies are concerned.
That, especially because like the movies going forward, I think they're going towards like the cosmic angle next, for like all these follow-ups in Avengers 2, which doesn't really need Nick Fury. But I could still see them doing a. Like, takes place 10 years ago, Nick Fury just as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Nick Fury, agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and they do have Maria Hill here now. In the comics, they won't go into. I don't think he will. He's not going to in the movie, but eventually Tony Stark at one point is in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to after this movie because his character's not there yet.
No.
But yeah, Maria Hill's around. I mean, you have other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents at this point established. So yeah, you don't need to have Nick Fury around necessarily. So. This is our.
And Sam Jackson's probably expensive.
Like I thought it was a possibility to start this movie a good chance, but like the more we talk about, like the more I'm like, fucking, he's dead, right? Like we should just do at the end of this, can we do a freeze frame like rest in peace, Nick Fury?
No, because we don't do editing.
Fucking, that's right. Internet, edit it yourselves and enjoy. So we're running. That's a long video, so we're gonna.
It is, but
do you have anything else you want to add?
I think that's about it. We got fucking.
Like words can't describe how excited we are.
In 12 hours. 3 minutes. In 12 hours and 3 minutes.
It starts. In 24 hours and 33 minutes, we'll be too busy screaming to hear any movie.
So we're going to try to do some videos in between the movies.
Yeah.
But that...
we're trying to hold out a phone. We got a phone.
We'll at least record them. I don't know if we're going to be able to upload them during the day, but...
we're going to do our best to get screenshots of the cameos and title, but we don't know if we can. You're just going to give up?
Yeah, no, you know what those movies look like.
I don't.
On the internet.
Well, we're seeing movies now?
Yep.
Howard the Duck? 6 times?
Howard the Duck. 6 times.